Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're gonna be catching this from YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Crowned Lioness. You are more than welcome to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe to my channel, to hit the bell so that every time when I post something, you'll get a notification. So yeah, welcome everybody. It's been a minute. I've been gone for a while now, but today I'm here. A lot has happened. I hope I'm audible, guys, because I'm trying to not be so loud because there are people that I'm sharing the house with, and because of the echo, I don't want to wake anybody up. Yeah. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning on this side of the world. I'm in Langaban. Yeah, I've been good. I'm back now, and if you've been watching some of the stuff that I've been posting, you will know that I haven't really been gone in a sense that I've been off social media, but I've been off in a sense that I haven't been posting anything losing in love related or any content that is going towards the motivation and healing and all that. Simply because after the women's conference, that was hectic. It was amazing in all sorts of ways. So immediately after the women's conference, I had stopped posting on all platforms, doing lives and posting on YouTube as well. I've been posting only the content from the women's conference, but I feel like the reality of what happened at the women's conference had not sunk in yet. So as days were going by, I was trying to process everything to say, what really happened there? What just happened, because it was so unbelievable and it was just so out of this world. So I needed to take some time, to step back and watch my own content from, a third person's point of view to say, what is it that I'm doing really? And because it's scary. Honestly speaking, it is scary. The encounter that I had with the ladies who were at the women's conference, where people were giving me these, testimonies about how my content had changed their lives. It was so scary for me, because I know that my content is realistic, and in as much as there will be some people who like it, there are people who don't like my content. But now, having to be in a room full of people, real people, I know that people who hate you will never, tell you in your face when they meet you. They only have the guts to tell you how much they hate you on social media. So in real life, having a room full of women who actually don't hate you, who actually feel like your content has given them life. Because I remember this elderly lady, she was almost in her 50s when she said she was dead, before somebody introduced her to my content. She was dead for a while. And then her content gave her life, even as an elderly person, as somebody who is old enough to be my mom. She was able to, drink from my cup. She was able to live, to come to life again because of the type of content that I share. So all of that for me was just too much, because in as much as initially the idea was for me to share my content so that I can also get my own healing, because I believe that when you speak openly, you heal. When a wound is not closed up, it heals quicker because there's fresh air and it is just not, confined. So in as much as I was sharing my stuff for myself, I never really thought that it would also be so beneficial for other people. It would wake people from, their deathbeds, because there's another lady as well who was like suffering depression severely, and she says that it was only my content which got her out of bed and helped her to get by, and now she's even off the medication and stuff. So all of that was just overwhelming for me to process, to say, I thought I was doing me. I thought I was doing what is best for me. I thought I was doing what will make me live, without me being aware of the multitude which is behind me, or the multitude which is watching that which I'm posting for their own personal benefit and survival. So after the women's conference, I had to sit myself down, and really reflect on what was the main reason why I decided to share my content. I decided to share my story, my journey, and if it has been fruitful for me before it can be fruitful for anybody else, because with so many people saying, continue doing this, continue sharing this, I appreciate that, but what about me? Is this not another way? Have I not found something else which is going to suck me dry instead of me liberating myself completely and being alive? So all this time that I took off, almost a month, trying to just let it sink, understand what actually happened, and just process everything. I can say that I'm back. I'm going to resume all the programs that I've been busy with. One of them being Losing in Love, and just me sharing the stories that I've always been sharing and pouring my heart into everything that I've always been pouring my heart into. And it's going to be business as usual. So for those who have been asking, saying you've not been posting, you've not been around, we still need more of the content. Good news for you, that means that from now going forth, it's Aluta Continua. And I still have a whole lot of other things lined up that I'm going to do for ladies, just to empower us even more, just to keep us, keep us going. More than anything, I've been praying that God, the strength which you gave me, which I thought was just for myself, to carry me through everything, every hardship that I've gone through up to now, give me the same strength to continue, but not only for myself now. Let me continue understanding very well that I'm not doing this just for myself, but I'm doing this for others as well, so that I should always remember that it's not just for me. I'm not just the only one who is benefiting from this, but there's a lot of people who are behind me. So with everything that I'm going to be planning from here going forward, I will just keep bearing that in mind, because of what I had to just sit and observe from a distance, from the feedback and just watching the recording of what was happening at the women's conference. Somebody said to me something which is very, very, it never made sense to me. I took my time processing it before I could get to now having to speak about it. Somebody said to me, you need to thank your ex, for what happened to you, because had it not been because of his behavior or decisions or whatever, you would not be where you are today. And I found that so offensive, if I may put it that way. I found it so offensive because I said to myself, can at least God get the credit for everything that is happening in my life? At least God can. If you can't say congratulations to me for doing what I've been doing, at least say, God, we thank you for her. Because how do you give credit to somebody whose intention was to destroy you, to kill you? You mean to tell me that when I've been struggling without a car, when my dad had to borrow me his car, the car that had so many problems, that would be stuck, that would just, as a woman, I don't know much about cars, a car that would give me problems. So you mean to tell me that me having that thing in me that says I want to get by, I want to continue doing what I'm doing, I must thank my ex? When you say that I must thank him because I would not have found all these sources of income and all these, do you mean to tell me that when I chose for myself and I prayed about it and I said that I want to live, I want to get by, I don't want to perish, I must thank somebody whose intention was just to see me dead? It's not like he had good intentions. It's not like his intentions was for me to leave, was for me to be amplified, to be better, to do good. So why should I then give credit to somebody like that? If their intentions was for me to leave, then I was gonna do that. But no, it's so offensive, to say you should thank your ex. Like, what nonsense is that? I want to thank God. Can we just keep it at thanking God, for making it possible, for making it happen, for the courage, for the strength, for just, because I always say that point where you are, where you feel like giving up, or that point where you are, where you feel like, let me not give up, let me get going. That's where somebody gives up. The problems which you have right now, for somebody, that's a breaking point. Somebody is committing suicide because of the same problems that you are facing right now. But when you then decide that with these very same problems that somebody has decided to commit suicide because of, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep going. I'm very much interested in seeing what God has in store for me. I'm very much interested in understanding that. So when somebody doesn't give up on this thing, that usually this is the breaking point for a lot of people. This is the point where a lot of people usually give up. This is a place where a lot of people say, I can't do this anymore. But when you decide for yourself, when you choose that, listen, I'm not going to say this is a breaking point for me. I want to go beyond this breaking point. I'm very much interested on what is on the other side of this so-called breaking point. And when you are done, you don't want to give God credit for that. You want to give somebody credit for that, to say thank you for being a problem in my life. Thank you. No. I'm not even going to swear on this app on this day of the Lord. But no, F that person. Thank God. Lord, we thank you. We do not thank people who thought they wanted to kill us, but we didn't die. We do not thank people who thought that it was over with us, but it is not. We do not sit here and we say the devil would like to appreciate you for the problems you gave us in our lives. No. We want to thank God for giving us the zeal, for giving us the vitality of not giving up, even when it was hard, for not giving up at a point where people usually give up. I had a conversation with my sister-in-law, and she said to me, everything that happened to you is a recipe for severe depression. Everything pointed towards the psychiatric ward that happened to you, but you didn't go there. And after everything, after me saying I'm not going to give up on myself, after me saying I'm going to choose life and life in abundance, then I must come back and thank the very same person that wanted me dead over my dead body. That's not going to happen. So with that being said, I just wanted to say that I would like to appreciate those who've always been checking up on me, on the DMs, on all social media platforms, saying, how come you've not been creating any content of this nature and stuff? Because it's not because there's something that really, really, really happened that is bad. It has just been me trying to reflect on what just happened, the beautiful things which have been happening in my life, because God has been so good to me. Somebody said to me that the blessings that I'm receiving right now are not even the blessings that are mine. These are blessings of women who have been praying for me because they live because of the type of content that I'm creating. So their prayers for me, what I'm seeing as blessings now, it's because of their prayers for me. And I believe that so much. After the love that I saw at the women's conference, after the women, the prayer warriors that I saw at the women's conference who were just cheering for me and saying all these things, I then realized that I have more people praying for me than hating me, because the people who hate me, they're not praying for me. So their hatred towards me doesn't really do much. But the people who love me, the people who find my content as medication, they are praying for me. And I know that a lot of people who would come to me and ask me, how did you do it? How did you pull off such an event so effortlessly? I would not want to take credit for any of that, because I know nothing about organizing events and anything like that. But one thing that I realized is that God really does want me to do this. God really was in the center, or still is in the center of this content that I'm creating, because in all honesty, if you were there at the women's conference, you will understand that this is a ministry. This is a ministry that has never been, has never been seen, because we speak so much in the churches. We speak so much about healing that is visible in the physical eye. We go to church, we get healed of stuff, we testify about stuff, that we got healed from, but it's never psychological. It's never about emotions. It's never about what that internalized stuff that Christians are going through. It's always about, I had a headache, it's healed. I had a sore, I had a wound, it's healed. I was feeling pain. It's always about the physical. It's never about what is internalized. So I kind of feel like it, because of that, there was such a gap. There was such a gap which in the church, if I may put it that way, was missing. So I was born for a time such as this. We were born and we were raised for a time such as this. And really, because of me realizing all of that, I just became so humbled that I felt like, you know what, I need to stop. I need to go back to that place where, if you've been following my content, you know that I always say that I don't listen to negativity. As in, I don't consume negativity. I don't digest negativity. Anything negative that has ever been said about me, I never take it in. But in the same breath, I don't consume positive things which are said about me to a point where I would feel like I don't depend on positive things which are being said about me to build me, to boost me, to make me the person that I am. I am, independently what I am now. I don't depend on anybody coming in to boost my confidence, to boost my self-esteem. I'm already boosted. I wake up boosted in the morning. But with so many beautiful things having been said about me, I had to sit, and process all of that to say, am I still there? Am I still not being boosted by the positive things, the praises that people are, throwing at me? Am I still the same? I needed to do that for myself. I needed to look at myself in the mirror and say, do I still recognize this perseverance that I'm looking in the mirror right now? Because it is so easy for one to just get swept away, to get carried away, to get big-headed because of all these things that people are saying, all the beautiful things, all the positive things. It's so easy for you to just get carried away, and all of a sudden you feel like you are some sort of like a god, and it is very, very important for you to be, self-aware at all times, so much that before anybody else sees anything different about you or a different type of behavior, you should be able to detect for yourself, or sit yourself down, or try to do whatever it takes and put preventative measures so that you never get to a place where you are not yourself anymore. You are not yourself anymore. So in as much as it is nice to have people say beautiful things about you, but one should be able to sit and strike the balance and say, with all the beautiful things which are being said about me, with all the negative things which are being said about me, these two things are not me. These two things do not define me. I'm already defined. I already know who I am. I choose to take the positive things which are being said about me, even the negative things, those which are like positive criticism for you. You choose to take that, you learn and you grow from that. The positive things which are being said about you, you take that, you learn from that, and you grow from that. But if you now choose to completely ditch the negative and then you only look at the positive, and now you start feeling like, you know what, you are some sort of like a god, or you are some sort of like a, I don't know, then all of a sudden it becomes a problem, because as the head gets bigger and bigger, I don't understand how it works, but as the head gets bigger and bigger, all of a sudden it gets emptier and emptier, It's big, it's empty, and there's absolutely nothing that is coming out of it. So it is always a good idea to safeguard your heart, and always come back home to yourself. I know that this coming back home to yourself is a topic that I was speaking about at the women's conference, but coming back home to yourself is not only for the broken-hearted. Coming back home to yourself is not only for those that are hungry and thirsty and they don't know where to go, but coming back home to yourself is also for those who are floating in the air. You understand what I mean? Because when you are up there floating and you forget to come down, and you say, as a bird, as I'm flying high, as I'm soaring high, I still need to come down here and get my water. I still need to come down here and get my food. You cannot be staying in the air forever. So from time to time, with all these beautiful things that are being said to you, that have been said about you, which are making you float even higher, you always have to come back to yourself. Find a way to soar yourself all the way down, so that when you get here, you always keep yourself grounded. You always keep yourself humble, because you could really, really be gone. You could be a gone girl, like gone, 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 simply because of positive things which have been said about you, you know. So yeah, that's just a short one that I needed to share with you, ladies and gents, today, to say that I'm back. I'm back. I needed to go do some self-introspection, but in a positive way, to say, with all the things that have been said, all the positive things, all the beautiful things, all the remarkable things which were being said about me, am I still on the ground? You know, am I still coming down to earth to get my food? Do I still remember my way back home to myself? Do I still remember my source? You know, do I still know? Because I could easily be floating way up there, going all the way up, going all the way up. And in as much as it's nice up there, what happens when I get tired? What happens when I get hungry? Will I still be able to make my way back home to myself or not? You know, and that is very important for one to always remember their way back home, you know. So yeah, I needed to do that. I needed to sit myself down and see if I can really still navigate my way back to my God, you know, to the heart of worship, you know, to the heart of humbleness. And all I can say is, from here, Aluta continue, we proceed. As usual, the last live that I had done, I had said that we would do Losing in Love every Thursday, because Saturday was a problem because my weekends are always so busy. So it was not working out for us to do it on Saturdays. So we're gonna continue doing it on Thursday as the last Losing in Love program. I had said that we'll do it on Thursdays at 7. So yeah, we continue from here. I'm gonna take a short clip from this live and I'm gonna post it here just to announce that Losing in Love resumes every Thursday at 7 o'clock. And we keep spreading this love, this healing, this kindness, this, you know, empowering of one another, and just being ourselves unapologetically so. So I'm so sorry I have not been reading the comments, ladies, because you know what, my side is really terrible, and when I'm in the zone, I just want to go. I don't want to stop and look. But yeah, I would like to thank everybody who joined the live, and I see you guys. I appreciate the love that you're showing me, and I love you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make a quick announcement, but not today. Just give me maybe a week, yeah, in a week's time, to say what are we doing next, because we definitely have to. I've promised that we're gonna do something before the end of the year, you know, before we go back to the, you know, holy of holies of the conferences, which is the women's conference next year. We have to do something this year, and also my book launch. So yeah, with that being said, for everybody who is only coming in now, who has missed this live, worry not. I'm gonna have it available on YouTube in a few. So if you've missed anything on this live, if you're only coming in now, you will get it on YouTube. Continue to subscribe on that channel. I really appreciate the love that you guys are showing me. The link to my YouTube channel is actually on my bio here. So you're more than welcome to click on it, to subscribe to it, to, you know, hit the bell and all that stuff that people on YouTube do. I love you so much. Have a beautiful Sunday. Going further. God bless you.